welcome back to another video. So today's video is another installment of Olga's Fibro reviews, which is where I basically try things and then see if they work or don't work and how they work with Fibro, and then I make a video about it and let you know. And today we're talking about reflexology. Reflexology is a massage of the feet that aims to promote wellness in other areas of the body. Modern reflexology is based on the principle that the foot has multiple reflex points that correspond to various structures and organs throughout the body. It is a kind of a cross between a massage and acupuncture. So it uses the same principles of acupuncture of reflex points and trigger points, but instead of needles, they use their fingers and thumbs and things. It originated in China and it is considered an alternative medicine, and it's believed that it stimulates the body into healing itself by improving circulation, reducing stress, pain, and restoring a natural balance. So it's supposed to help with a few things. And some of them are improving your circulation, fighting off depression, helping relaxation, promoting better sleep, relieving body pains such as headaches, migraines, neck pain, and lower and upper back pain. It's also supposed to help with IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, and it's also supposed to help loosen up the fibro trigger points, because the idea is that it's like there's a map on your feet to the rest of your body, and if they are manipulating the points that are congested or tense that are related to our trigger points, then it's supposed to help with those trigger points loosening out. So in a recent study that was performed on people with fibromyalgia, everyone saw at least a little bit of improvement after about a month of regular sessions with a reflexologist. Some people saw a huge difference, some people saw just a little improvement with their symptoms, but as we well know, any improvement with fibro is potentially a huge improvement and is potentially a huge deal. So it's worth considering. Personally, I'm not 100% sure I believe that kind of thing. I tried acupuncture a few years ago and I didn't find it relaxing or helpful in any way. I thought it was painful, and honestly, I didn't really like it very much. I am quite skeptical. I am more of a pragmatic, scientific brain. So what drew me to it was the fact that I feel like I'm at a point in my journey that I want to start experimenting with more things. I wanted to start trying things that could possibly help me a little bit more. And honestly, I thought I had nothing to lose. I really like getting foot rubs. I really like having my feet touched. But unlike with many other parts of my body, where I cannot tolerate massages, or they make my body ache horribly afterwards, even if they feel nice at the time. With my feet, I don't get bad reaction, I feel like my feet are really desensitized to just being touched. So I really thought even if it doesn't help with fibro symptoms, it's still a nice way to practice self-care. It's a nice little treat for myself. I thought it was a good first step into getting, massages and things that are supposed to help with your muscles relaxing and not being so tight. So I scheduled it for today. What she actually did was she first soaked my feet in hot water, and then she applied a hydrating lotion. At first it was sort of just like a general foot rub, getting everything to relax a little bit, and then after it started becoming more intentional and more like specific points, and basically she starts handling your big toe and actually goes in between your toes and presses and does different kinds of movements and kinds of things, it's a whole thing. And it was about 45 minutes. Some points felt really, really nice and relaxing. Some parts were not yet uncomfortable, but also didn't feel very good. And then there were parts that some of it was a little bit painful, and some of it was just a little bit uncomfortable, but totally bearable to me. If you have a lower pain threshold than I do, and if you're very sensitive or if you're flaring, then probably don't do it because it could be painful. But overall, I really liked it. It was really, really pleasant. My feet feel extended. I don't know how to explain it. It's the tightness is gone. They just feel really relaxed. However, some points, not a lot, but one or two points do hurt a little bit. But she said that that's to be expected because those were my more sensitive points. And what she said specifically about my feet, I did think that everything that she said made a lot of sense. So I asked her what points did she think if there was anything that she thought was very tense or very, not doing so well. And the first thing she said was the area in my feet that represents shoulders was really tight. And I actually, when she explained to me which one it was, I was like, yeah, that was kind of painful. So I thought that was kind of weird, and it's so true because my shoulders are always super tense and super painful. Just, you know, this kind of pressure, you see that? Like, I'm hardly pressing, but just doing that on my shoulder hurts. So yeah, I know it's like still hurting. But another one that really hurt was, it wasn't really that it hurt, it just felt like there was sand inside my skin. Like there's just knots and stuff. And she said that that was also like related to the shoulder and sort of that area. That made sense. And the other thing that she said was that the arches were really tense, and the like this point where your arches touch your heel, like sort of like at the end, that always really hurts on my feet, like even just in my daily life. And the arches as well are always really tense and really like, yeah, just really tense and really painful. So the arches are supposed to be our spine and the sort of all of our back. That's so true because my back is always super sore and it's always super tense, so that also rang true. And the point that I mentioned specifically that really hurt in the arches, which is this point that touches with your heel, that is supposed to be our lumbar area. And that is my most painful area of the body, like by far, always really hurts. Even when I'm well, that always hurts. And that is the first thing that becomes more painful before any other pain hits me. Yeah, so I thought that also rang true, and I thought back to my daily life and how that area of my feet hurts like often. So I thought that was really interesting. I don't know if it will like make a big difference in my organs and in everything, but it definitely felt really relaxing, and it definitely felt good to have my feet manipulated and touched. I'm definitely going to keep going and keep trying it, so maybe I will make a part 2 of this video and let you know sort of in a few weeks from now how I feel and if I felt any difference or anything. But for now, I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really pleasant experience overall. I think that if you are very ticklish or have very sensitive feet, or don't like being touched on your feet, then it might not be for you. But like everything in life and with fibro, you don't know until you try it. So if you're curious about it, maybe do some more of your own research, look into it a little bit more. Regardless if you're gonna jump straight into it or wait it out and do a little bit more research and inform yourself better, I think it's really prudent to always speak to the person who's going to be doing it and telling them about your illness, if you have other things other than fibro, and explain it to them just so they like know that you have that and that you are a bit more sensitive than regular people. However, if you do like foot rubs, if you do like having your feet touched or don't mind it very much, then I absolutely recommend you give it a go, because it's a very low risk thing. Even though some places hurt, you can always say, oh, that one's painful, don't do that, and they'll stop and they won't do that one anymore. But the whole like being there and just being relaxed and stuff, I thought was amazing and totally worth the money. Even if the whole like acupuncture sort of reflex points of it doesn't really work, the whole like giving yourself a treat and just relaxing and having a nice little, you know, afternoon for yourself is an amazing way to take care of your anxiety, to take care of your depression. Anyway, that is everything for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know other things that you would like me to try for you, and I will do my best to do that. And also let me know if you've tried reflexology, if you're thinking about it. This is my hamster. He's like at the glass in his cage, like trying to come out and hang out with me. So because whenever he hears me speak, he always like wants to come and see what I'm doing. Anyway, also you can consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and becoming a member on Patreon, because you get a few perks and you'd be helping me try more things and make more videos about them in the future. That's all the things that I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!